You look like you've got it all together, but inside, you're tired of pretending. You're over the mental noise and even the emotional fatigue that you're experiencing and the pressure to keep pushing forward when everything in you is craving stillness. You want calm. You want peace. If you've been thinking, why do I feel so mentally off? You're praying, you're journaling, you're doing your best, but you still feel heavy and stuck? Today's episode will feel like a breath of fresh air for you. I'm going to show you 5 ways to reset your brain and break free from the mental burnout, not by pretending things are fine when they're not, but by activating the healing inside that was designed as placed there within you by God. And yes, it is possible. I've lived it, not perfectly, but I know that it's possible. And I help women just like you do the same every day. Hi friends, welcome to Start Living Sustainable. I'm your host, Cynthia Harvey Brown. In this podcast, I'm going to help you discover sustainable ways to improve your overall health and well-being in your home. And I'm going to show you how to do this without spending a lot of time or money, all in partnership with God. Yes, if you're ready to show yourself some love, experience a new level of wellness, build faith, and align your values with God's vision for your life, then you're in the right place. Pour out the diet soda and we should talk about those yoga pants. Let's have some serious fun in today's episode. Before we dive into today's episode and unpack this, if you're ready for more than a podcast episode, I invite you to apply for my one-on-one healthy home and body reset session where we'll map out how stress, your environment, and toxic thoughts are showing up in your life like they do everybody's, and how to reduce your exposure to them mentally, emotionally, and physically. You can get started today. All you have to do is head over to startlivingsustainable.com. Again, that's startlivingsustainable.com. You'll leave my sessions with a clear plan to reset so that you can show up rested, focused, and calm in your own skin. It's a personalized coaching session that starts with a full audit assessment of your daily habits, your home environment, and the mindset stressors that show up in all of our lives so that you can clearly see where your exposure is coming from and how to reduce it with confidence. My sessions are for women who are ready to stop guessing and to start living with a greater understanding and clarity on how to reduce their stress by reducing their toxic exposure without focusing on your diet or exercise. The link is in the show notes down below to get on the wait list. So let's do this together. Just last month, I started reading a book called Switch on Your Brain by Dr. Caroline Leaf, and I had to close the book and just take a breath. She wrote something in the book that really hit me, and I'm paraphrasing, but it says, you are not a victim of your biology. Your mind is designed to change your brain. Now, I had to sit with that for a while because as someone who believes and also loves God and also values evidence and research, I realized God really did design us with healing in mind. Our thoughts are not random. They shape everything. I had spent years trying to push through, smile anyway, and act like everything was just fine. But I didn't realize that the patterns in my mind, just like the products in my home, were quietly building either health or harm. And today I want to walk you through what helped me shift my way of thinking. So essentially, the question is, how do you detox your brain and rewire your mind? Let's talk about these 5 steps that I know can help you do just that. The first one is to recognize the noise you've been living with. And what do I mean by that? When was the last time you stopped and listened to your own thoughts without distraction? Most women don't realize how much noise they live with. The mental loops of guilt, overwhelm, comparison, and pressure. Ask yourself, who told me I can do it all? Who says rest equals laziness? Recognizing the noise is the first step towards silencing it, and you can't detox what you don't acknowledge. The second point I want to make here is to understand that your brain was designed to heal, just as your body is. And here's the powerful truth that I got from Dr. Caroline Leaf's research. Your brain isn't fixed. It's constantly changing based on what you feed it. This is called neuroplasticity, and God wired you with it. That means healing is possible, peace is possible. Isn't that what we want? Inner peace? What if instead of you just coping, you actually rewired your mind? I want you to look at it this way. You're not stuck. You're just operating with old mental files. So let's start deleting what no longer serves you. The third point I want to make is that you're worth making a decision to reset your thinking. You have to choose it, though. Your reset won't happen accidentally. But what would shift in your life if you decided, I'm not doing burnout anymore? This is where faith meets responsibility. You have the ability to make the decision to detox your thoughts, your habits, your home, because your health is sacred and it's worth it. You weren't meant to survive in chaos. You were designed to flourish. So it's really up to each and every one of us to make that decision. The fourth point that I want to talk to you about is that we can break the pattern with a little support if someone is guiding you through the process. If you could have done it on your own, you would have by now. Real transformation requires support. I need it. You need it. My coaching is not about telling you what to do. It's about walking alongside you while you do the hard, beautiful work of becoming. Okay? What if you had someone trained to help you spot the hidden stressors in your mind, your living space? This isn't about you having to make more effort. It's really about aligning your action with an understanding and clarity. The interesting thing about our brains, I find, is that when we start to think differently, even about our health and well-being, when we look past just another diet or incorporating certain types of exercises into our lifestyle, which are important, but looking to something that is actually simpler to do, less stress on your body, and it's effective, it's proven, and it works. And that's the reason why I really encourage you to think seriously about this often overlooked pillar of health that can make a difference in your life and in your home. The fifth and the final point that I want to make here is that when you follow an aligned, faith-driven system that aligns with your values and your life, you don't need another hack. You just need a step-by-step plan to get you to the finish line. When we start thinking differently, we're creating new pathways in our brain. My Home and Body Reset framework gives you structure, grace, and practical steps to start creating peace, room by room, thought by thought. I want you to imagine looking around your home, having more energy, less stress, and knowing deep down inside there's an inner peace and a calm that you didn't have before. So let's recap these 5 points to reset your brain and break free from mental burnout, not by pretending things are fine, but by activating this healing design God placed within you. You can't fake your way to mental peace, that inner peace. And you can't push through brain fog or burnout, but you can reset your mind and you can feel clear, rested, and strong again without needing to perform or pretend. Your brain was designed for renewal. Your life is worthy of that reset. It becomes easier with consistency in regards to your health and well-being, and it starts with renewing your mind. Now, if you want help walking this out, click the link below in the show notes and apply right now for your Healthy Home and Body Reset session with me. I'll personally help you connect the dots between what's keeping you stuck and how to finally feel like yourself again. Go to startlivingsustainable.com. I'd love to meet you there. You don't have to stay stuck in a life that looks good. but feels heavy. So let's reset together. Thank you for being here today with me on this episode of Start Living Sustainable. It means a lot to me. And sis, I wish above all things that this week you prosper and be in good health. I'll see you next week for another episode.